Well, thank you very much. I would like to use this opportunity to thank Channel Television for bringing this live program to Edo State, Nigeria. Edo State has been the endemic state that has been, at the forefront of all the medias all around the world in terms of these issues. And this is what the governor recognized and said, no, there must be a change of these narratives. And he decided to set up a task force. Now, before that, in dealing with the Scourge, we understand there are factors involved in this, which is the motivational factors, that is, people dealing with the proceed of abroad. She mentioned a while ago that the victim of yesterday turned to trafficker today. How? Those people returnees of last year, the returnees of last 2 years, of last 3 years, who have seen dinars in Libya, who have seen CFAs in Niger, who have seen dollars in Europe, now come to Nigeria to see that they don't have a home to stay, they don't have a room to stay, they don't have food to eat, they don't have, you see the depression. And they understand, they used to feed at least 2 times a day when they were in Libya, even though when they were in the midst of these hostilities that was going on there. And they said, no. Why don't I just tell the next person that the road is open and let's go? Why? Because he wants to go to a place where we have food to eat. He wants to go to a place where he feels he will have a brighter future. And that is what the governor has identified and said, no, let us deal with this issue now. What did he do? He set up a task force against human trafficking. Then he domesticated the federal law to deal with those people, the offenders here in Benin. And he gave us a mandate. And the mandate is intensify your advocacy in the rural areas to ensure that, yes, the potential migrants are not, they don't fall victim. And those that are into this business, tell them that this business is no longer business as usual. And that is what we'll be doing. Now, if you allow those people to continue, the victim of yesterday, that are traffickers of today, the returnees of today will not also will become traffickers tomorrow. Now, I understand what it feels to come back to Nigeria without a dime, because I have been there. I understand what it feels to sit at home without food a day. You look at the ceiling and say, God, where will the next meal come from? You look at it, I understand that when how it feels to be in what is called tranquil, in a cage in Libya. And you will be praying, God, where will that day come that I will see Nigeria? And suddenly you land, you find yourself in the Murtala Mohammed Airport, and you did the sign of the cross, and you're in Nigeria. 3 weeks later, you are thinking of going back to that country. You vowed never to go in your life.
Right. I think I want to open up the conversation to Divine. I mean, we're hearing Solomon's experience, which